Have you ever felt like a house was watching you? I'm not talking about a fleeting feeling or a chill down your spine for no reason. I mean something deeper, something aware, because I lived it. And now, every time I close my eyes, I hear the sighs of that house, as if it's still looking for me. It all started when we moved. My wife, Laura, and I wanted to leave behind the noise of the city and raise our daughter somewhere quiet. We found an old house on the outskirts of town. Huge garden, high ceilings, and that nostalgic air that made it look like something out of a postcard. No one had lived there in years, but it was in good shape, almost like it had been waiting. At first, everything was perfect. The first few nights, we slept like rocks. But after a few days, I started to notice things, small things. A faint creak in the hallway floor when we were all in the living room, doors opening on their own. And the worst of all, the constant feeling that someone or something was watching us from the dark corners. I thought it was just my imagination, until my daughter, Clara, started talking to someone invisible. Daddy. The lady in the hallway told me not to go to the attic. She said one night as I tucked her in, "What lady, sweetheart?" "The one who lives in the walls," she replied with that disturbing calm that only kids have when they say terrifying things. I laughed nervously, assuming it was just her imagination. But that night, when I got up for a glass of water, I heard footsteps upstairs. Slow, dragging steps like someone walking barefoot on the wooden floor. I went up with a flashlight. Every room was empty until I got to the attic. The door was locked, but I didn't remember ever locking it. Then I heard something, a whisper, not from inside the attic, but from the wall right behind me. I couldn't understand the words, but it sounded urgent, like someone pleading, or warning. I didn't go back up for days, but the house didn't stop. Lights flickered whenever we talked about leaving. Mirrors fogged up with words I couldn't quite read before they vanished. And Clara started sleeping poorly, waking up every night screaming that the house was hungry. Then one night, Laura disappeared. I searched the entire house. Outside, I called the police. Nothing. No signs of forced entry. Everything was intact, except she was gone. And then I remembered the attic. I went up. This time, the door was wide open. The wood creaked under my feet like something was breathing beneath the floor. And there, in the middle of the attic, was a trapdoor I had never seen before. I opened it. Inside, only darkness. Thick, heavy darkness. And that smell like wet earth and rust. Something told me not to go down, that I shouldn't go down. But then I heard Laura's voice, softly from the depths. "Help me." I stepped down 2 stairs, and then I understood. The house wasn't haunted. There were no ghosts. The house was the ghost. A consciousness trapped in beams and bricks. An old body, full of hunger. And we were its emotional fuel. Laura wasn't down there. She never was. It was the house. Try and make me surrender too. I ran, grabbed Clara. We left without looking back, and we never returned. Today, I live in a small apartment. No history, no soul, and yet, sometimes, I still hear whispers in the walls. The house is still alive, and it still wants me back.